and I don't know really why. Um, I felt, really hardly, um, and awful, but not, the awful um, of you can feel when there is awful thing that, happen of your life, like, stressful, or like a pressure, or I don't know. It was like a awful feeling about, this, that, especially after we came for the city and you see, that it's a, nothing, and just really regular people, isn't was pretty good, or, we just was so much time on the train and there is nothing. My little brother just didn't really come to visit me also. And, actually all of this thing, in the taxi, when we just came back, and, today it's actually the last day. um make me disappoint, and I absolutely, can say that, because after that, that you will don't, see your dad. I don't know how much time, maybe forever. Sorry I say that, but, he just smoked pretty fucking a lot. This is absolutely on the known. um but, we just will don't see him, or, your little brother, or your people that, and everything like that. You just will stay in this country, in this cold. Will just, continue to work about yourself. It was slightly of a feeling like, you know you just in the marathon right now, and you just stop for, you know several time, and after that you will continue the marathon until you don't know how much time. And, we just feel, especially after this day, that, this marathon, look, in this time when we just, you know was on the way, I was with approximately of 1 hours, 2 hours of sleeping, you know in all of these 2 days. So I was a really, I was a pretty exaggerated, maybe, about the things, but, that was the feeling. Okay, that was the feeling. The thing actually was like, you took a break from your really hardly time, but this break wasn't pretty good. Okay, so, you just didn't really see your little brother. You just, pass away right now about a really, I can't say badly, but, not the maximum enjoyable of a day. And, you just have all of this thing. So you just feel that, I just didn't really satisfied with my break, and after it I will just continue, the marathon. And maybe it's felt like I don't really, prepare or ready to, you know continue the marathon, because the marathon actually is so hardly, without nothing, without nobody, just, you know 24, 25, never mind, hours without any sleeping, just working, on your project that nobody know about. Work out in a park with so fucking cold. Sometimes just buy something for yourself, like a food and things like that. Just, continue with this way, continue and push away 2 times a day workout. In the end of the day, after you just did all of the things, sometimes there is no flow, there is no concentration on your fucking project. You just need to talk about the thing, you just need to replace something, you just need to be 100% on this thing. And it felt like you took a break, and for right now I don't feel ready to continue and come back for the place that I was. Yeah. um and that's the feeling. um but actually, when you when we come when you came, yeah, what I did, I just don't really remember. um I think that I fall for asleep, I think, but I don't really know if it was today or was yesterday, or I know that for today, yeah, for today, when we just come back, I approximately of a fall for sleep. I didn't reach fall for sleep, but all the time, um, I just want to finish every day properly. Okay, when I just work about my project, if I work a really, hardy time, a lot of times, and everything like that, and I just want to fall for a bed, you know, if I will fall for a bed, there is no clearly English right now. I don't know why. Um, but if I will fall, for bed and things like that, um, and if I will actually go for sleep until tomorrow, I will feel very badly because I know that tomorrow it will be the same. So all the time, I just want to finish every day as I want to finish every day. Okay, and that's mean, to end this day with a second workout, with, a thing that I want to buy for my home, with, a really nicely part of a movie that I will watch when I will, you know eat the evening lunch, after I will work out in the second time when I really fucking, tired, um and everything like that. So when I just say that I go for sleep when we come, after all this, way that we did, and I feel that I, went for sleep when, there is no, completely time. There is no, a time that I satisfied about. So I just mean that I fall for sleep, and, you know I didn't really finish the day, or, make this end of the day as I want it will be. And, tomorrow I just felt it. um in this day I actually felt it. Um, you know, it's a thing that happened. It's a thing that happened. Because not all the time you can finish your day as you satisfied with yourself. And when we just was on the way, after the feeling that I feel, after the you know tired that I was, I just couldn't think about something else. Like you know, I can't say work out, but do something with my body. Just be active about something. Just work out my hand, something. Work about my hand or something like that. About the front end, about the back end. I don't know. Um, and end this day properly, do a shower, and after it just go for sleep when I know that I complete that I go for sleep right now. So instead of that I just fall for sleep. So yeah, that actually was the feeling. But eventually this day was, as I said, pretty nicely, because I oh fuck. So yeah, I just you know came out because my dad actually uh, got into for the department for the room of the hotel. So yeah, that's it. Um, so you know, I just wanted, I think, to end this thing, to end this video. Uh, I think so. Um, so yeah, that's it. As I want to say, I woke up with this disappointment that you feel in the morning, that you just didn't really end the day as you want to end the day. But after it, I just work out pretty hardly. I can say pretty hard. I just work out double. I just pretty workout, uh, and pretty good. Um, and after it I just took a taxi in a really cheap, and my dad and me saw the beautiful city that's here. So it worked pretty nicely. um, you know that absolutely was more good than yesterday. That actually was nothing special. Okay, this is just a mall and a pretty nice city, but not big. Or no, it's a big, but it's not something like, I don't know, something that we never see before. But it was a pretty nicely a Christmas, a charm, pretty good. um a lot of Christ, pretty lot of Christ, things that in my country doesn't really exist. Um, and that was pretty enjoyable. But it was nothing more than just a restaurant, a nicely people, a nicely shops, a mall, and everything like that. So it was nothing more, but it was absolutely more than yesterday, and pretty more nicely. Um, Especially because we didn't really need to drive 6 hour to arrive uh, for our place. It was 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, I don't know. um, and that's it. So right now, um, I just will um, maybe wait 2 hours, something like that, for the breakfast. But I just slept from what after I came in the evening until the very night. For now, I just absolutely have energy, and for me it's like ordinary. Um, And that's it. Probably I will just, you know,